Hi everyone, I'm Jackie and welcome to my channel, Cheers Memories Crochet. Today I'm going to show you how to crochet these adorable turkey coasters. They measure about 4 inches tall, 5 inches wide. I used a 6mm hook, except for the beard and the beak I used a 4mm. You can either use yarn or these bubble eyes like I did. And we'll go ahead and get started. I'm going to start out with my 6mm hook. I've already done my slip knot. And now we're going to chain 3. And now we're going to slip stitch in that very first chain we did. And we're going to chain 1. And we're going to do 12 double crochets right in the middle there. So go ahead and finish that up, and I'll meet you when I have all 12 of my double crochets. Okay, I've got all 12 of my double crochets. Now we're going to come over here and we're going to slip stitch on top of that first double crochet we did. Just like that. Now we're going to chain 1, and we're going to go right back into that same space, and we're going to do 2 double crochets. Now we're going to jump over to the next stitch and do 2 more double crochets. Jump over to the next stitch and do 2 more, and you're going to do 2 double crochets in every stitch around. And you should have 24 double crochets at the end of the row, and I'll meet you here at the end of the row when I get all 24 of my double crochets. Okay, I've got all 24 of my double crochets. Now we're going to slip stitch into the very top of that double crochet. You're not going to this right here is your chain 1. Just don't pay any attention to that and go over to the next stitch, and that will be your double crochet, and just do a slip stitch right there, just like that. Now you're going to chain 1 more, and we're going to go right back into that same space, and we're going to do a double crochet, and in the same space 1 more, so that's 2 double crochets in the same space. Now we're going to jump over to the next stitch and do 1 double crochet. And now we're going to jump over to the next stitch and do 2 double crochets in the same stitch. And in the next stitch, we're going to do 1 double crochet. So that's the pattern for this row. You're going to do 2 double crochets, 1 double crochet, 2 double crochets, and 1 double crochet. And at the end of the row, you should have 36 double crochets. And I'll meet you here at the end. Okay, I'm at the end of my row. You should have 36 double crochets. And now we're going to come over here and slip stitch on top of that first double crochet we did. Okay, now we're going to do the head. We're going to chain 1. Now in that same space, we're going to do 8 double crochets. Go in the same space. And you don't want to do these too tight because you don't want your head to be really small. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1 more. Okay, so when you have your 8 double crochets, you're going to jump over to the next stitch and you're going to do a slip stitch. So it should look like this. Now you're going to chain 1, pull your yarn and fasten off. And you can weave your tails in later. Okay, so now we're going to do the feathers. And you're going to count back 7 stitches. Let's see. To attach your orange yarn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm using a pumpkin color yarn, but I can see in the video it's not really showing up real good. It's more orangey. Okay, so when you get your yarn attached, insert your hook, pull up a loop, and chain 1. Chain 1 more, 2, I'm sorry. Okay, so now we're going to go in the same stitch and we're going to do 7 double crochets. You know what? I'm sorry, I forgot to do the picot. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. On top of the 4th one, I believe it's called a picot. You're going to do your 4 double crochets, and on top of the 4th double crochet, we're going to chain 3. Just like that. Now you're going to come down here, and you're not going to go through the top of the 2 loops there. You're going to go right in between them and pick up the one on the left, and then you're going to go right down underneath it and get that loop. So it'll look like that. Then yarn over and pull through all 3 of those. And it will look like that. I'm sorry I forgot about that. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead. Let's see, we've got 4. Now we need 3 more. Sometimes I just go too fast and just forget. 6. And here's 7. Make sure. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Now after your 7th one, you're going to go into the next stitch and do a slip stitch. Just like that. And we're going to go to the next stitch and do another slip stitch. And now we're going to start another feather. You're going to chain 2. And hopefully I don't forget about the picot in this one. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and just do 4 double crochets. And 4. Now I'm going to chain 3. Now I'm going to do my picot. I'm going to go right in between those 2 loops. And then I'm going to go right into the loop right here. Just like that. Yarn over. And if you have difficulty doing it like that, you can go through just the top of the 2 loops. And now I'm going to do 3 more. Now we're going to slip stitch into the next stitch and slip stitch into the next stitch, and you're going to do 2 more of these. You can do as many as you like.